I've trained calisthenics for 10 years. I've solely focused on strength. But what's on the other side? What can we learn from endurance? This is my journey to running a 70-kilometer ultramarathon in Japan. Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 34 of Road to Shimanami, and today, well, no surprise, I'm feeling tired as hell from yesterday. My entire body is sore and tired and stiff, but nonetheless went out for a small, well, not a small, 10 kilometers, but a slow jog, and now I'm gonna do some handstand training. But I can appreciate the fact that I'm tired because, well, oftentimes it's the saying, right? You don't have the good without the bad. You don't have tired without feeling rested. You don't have, well, it's the yin and the yang, right? It's this balance thing because you don't, when you have good and bad and tired and rested, one is a reference point of the other. You don't know what is good without knowing what is bad. You don't know what feeling tired is without feeling what is rested. So it's like, I used to try and stay kind of skinny, right, for judo and stuff like that, and I would undereat basically, and I wouldn't have a lot of body fat, and I was tired all the time, but I didn't know it because I didn't have the reference point of what actually feeling energetic is like. And well, the bigger your downs are, the bigger your ups are. It's in the balance, right? If you have extreme sadness, you're gonna be able to experience extreme happiness. If you're feeling extreme tiredness, you're gonna be able to feel extremely energetic, right? It's this up and down thing. It's this balance. And so once you realize that, you're going to be able to appreciate both sides because you compare it to like tired being bad and rested being good. But is one good or bad? I don't think so, right? Because guess what? Today I'm tired, but I know that because I'm tired, I'm going to be able to experience energetic, right? I'm going to be able to experience rested and good trainings, right? Like where I'm strong and stuff like that. Today I'm weak. I'm gonna experience strong in the future because I have this weak, right? So once you learn that one brings the other, you can learn to appreciate both. So today's training, or today's jog as well. Yes, I wasn't going fast. I was going very slow actually, and it was feeling kind of sluggish and stiff, but you're outside and basically the sun was coming up, and you learn to appreciate it within the less exciting part, right? The tired part. There is still a lot of good things to find in that, and well, that's I think a very important realization if you plan to train on a continuous basis, on a consistent basis. And well, training on a consistent basis, I think, is the most important part. But anyway, today I'm gonna train as well, handstand, like I think mentioned already, I'm not sure. But anyway, 7 sets on each arm, attempts basically, and I'm just gonna, see which progression I can handle today. But nonetheless, it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be a chill session, playing some music, kind of zoning out in between sets, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking very much forward to it because this session, it's gonna allow me to recover for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm gonna probably do a forced recovery day as well. And then by Tuesday and Wednesday, when the next big sessions are coming up, I'm gonna be feeling energetic as hell. So let's get to it. What the fuck is going on? Alright, I'm not counting the first set, attempt number 2. Let's see how it goes. Alright, that's better. Feeling heavy though, I have no control over my body, so just like I think last handstand workout, I'm not gonna force the progressions, right? It's a rest day, but other than that, when you're forcing progressions, you're basically forcing yourself to do things that are too difficult for you. And while it's important to do attempts, right, to do things that you are not able to do, to basically challenge new things, it's also important to keep this certain basis of volume, because if you always are attempting new things that you're not able to do yet, basically your volume is going to go down dramatically. But the reason that you're able to do those attempts of new things is because you have a certain amount of volume, a certain amount of time under tension with the basics, where your body is able to adapt, right? And because you have those adaptations, you can challenge new things. So rest days are ideal to basically enforce that base, and that's what I'm going to do today. All right, that's good. All right. I feel like the alignment of my body is better on the right arm. Perhaps because, the right arm has always been my strength arm, so it's kind of better mobility wise as well, and so I'm able to stack my body better. In the handstand, if your body is stacked perfectly, you don't need power to hold the handstand. So I got this comment from someone saying, well, weak people are better at handstand because they learn how to use the proper technique. And I feel like that's happening with my right arm, where I'm able to stack my body and I don't need power to get to 20 seconds, whereas my left is a bit more stiff. I'm able to go less far overhead, and so I have to use power on that left arm. And that's why I think my left arm is a little bit weaker in the balance at the moment. But anyway, 20 seconds, so I think I'm gonna go to the one finger progression for the right arm. For the left one, well, we will have to wait and see if I can get those 20 seconds. Yes! Whew! I touched the ground with my thumb a little bit, but I'm gonna count it as my first 20 seconds, although, as I mentioned, this arm, it requires way more power, so I'm just gonna do it again until I can do it efficiently with two fingers. What the fuck? That's 20 seconds on one finger. This, I mean, the right is stronger or better than the left, so I guess I have some leeway to play around on the right one. I guess I'm just gonna do some YOLO attempts for an actual one-arm handstand, and while the left catches up. 20 seconds. I swear to God, I swear to God it was accidental. I guess that doesn't count as 20 seconds. All right. What I'm kind of struggling with doing here at the moment in the right arm one arm handstand is to shift my weight conservatively because, well, when you still have assistance of the other hand, of your fingers, you can basically shift your weight conservatively and fall back on the assistance hand, right? You can put pressure through those fingers, but once you try to remove those, you are shifting your weight more to the other side than you usually are, and I'm not used to that yet. So now it's getting used to this thing of shifting the weight just the correct amount to keep the balance. Because if I shift it too much, I'll fall to my other side, right? And here I don't have any fingers to put me back into the position. So even when you're attempting the actual one-arm handstand, what I think is best to do is to basically shift your weight conservatively, because if you don't shift your weight enough, you can fall back on your assistance hand. If you shift it too much, well, then your attempt is over. And that's something I'm struggling with at the moment. Anyway, 2 more sets. This is gonna take a while. Okie dokie, so that's gonna be it for today's training, and well, needless to say, I'm very happy with how it went, because even though I was tired, surprisingly, especially after the first little set failure, I was able to do quite a lot of useful handstand stuff. And tomorrow, I'm just going to be doing the handstand again. And guess what? The more frequently you practice something, the better you're going to become at it, especially when it comes to a skill. The handstand is not a power movement. I am using my power because I'm not good at the handstand. But eventually, right, the handstand is something, it's balance, right? And balance should be something where that you can do it efficiently and not use any power at all. So the more frequently you train it, the better it's gonna go. Tomorrow, once again, I will have an opportunity to have my body adapt to the movement. And I'm kind of starting to figure out how I can get in the right position on the left arm as well. So I'm very much looking forward to it. That being said, now that I mentioned that I'm starting to get it on my left arm, probably tomorrow nothing will come of it. That's basically how hand balancing works, I feel like. But yeah, when it comes to today's training, even though the power wasn't there, I'm very appreciative of the fact that I was able to do the workout. You should be, like I mentioned this before, but you should be thankful of the fact that you're just able to move in general. Because guess what? There have been periods in time where I was just stuck in my bed with my tendon being torn from the bone. Those aren't very fun times, right? So even though I'm tired today, and there are other moments that I'm tired as well, I kind of, I appreciate the fact that I'm able to train. And once you're able to appreciate, well, the tired days and the energetic days, once you're able to appreciate them both, then basically, I think you don't have to worry at all anymore about whether you will be able to stay consistent or not. Because once you appreciate your training, you will start to love it more as well. And when you love something, well, you don't want to quit, right? People could offer me money to stop training, I would not accept it. So that's the way you continue your training. You just find something that you like, right? Some kind of training that has special meaning to you, right? Something that you think you will be able to learn from a lot, and then you just go for it, right? And eventually, right, especially after you've built up this, this period of time that you've dedicated to it, you'll be able to look back and be proud of yourself that you've done that. So I think when it comes to consistency, especially now in the beginning of January, or I guess when you're watching this almost the end of January already, the most difficult time to train is when you just get started, because then you don't have, a lot of experience yet. You don't have all of these fun adventures yet in your book. So it's a bigger commitment to stay to it. But once you get going for a while, you will start to learn it more and more and more, and you will learn that no matter how shit you feel on the day, something good is gonna come out of it. And once you know that, there's just no stopping, right? You're just gonna wanna continue. And yeah, that's what it's all about. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's training. I'm gonna head downstairs and have some breakfast, and I'll see you tomorrow for, well, another run, another hand balancing day.